Hi, Jade. How are you?
Hi, good, Natasha. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks so much for jumping on and having a chat with me. So Jade is from Mummas By Your Side, and I wanted to have a chat with her, and she's going to tell me so much about her biz. And we've only met on Facebook, so I've done a bra fitting with her, and we've hit it off. So I thought, you know what, some of my Mummas Wear followers would love to just hear from you, and I know they're going to love your vibe like I love your vibe. So maybe we'll just start. If you can tell me about Mummas By Your Side, tell me about your biz and what made you start.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here. I love just sharing everything and just connecting with other people. It's really great. So my name's Jade, and Mama by Your Side actually started at the beginning of the year. I suffered immensely from postnatal depression last year after the birth of my daughter, and it really got to the stage of where I didn't want to be here anymore. And it was a really dark, deep, black hole. But I managed to get out of it with lots of help, counselling, medication, all of the above. And I knew that I needed help. This was one time that I couldn't help myself. So I did it. And then I come out on the other side. And at the beginning of this year, I decided to create a business. So I went full steam ahead and created an online business. And I thought I just wanted like a bit of a side gig, because I was working full time. I'd gone back to work as a business manager for a couple of retail technology stores.
Yeah.
And I was actually taking my daughter with me. So things were just a little bit tricky, and because I just don't see the value in childcare when you're sending your child to
Missing
childcare
out.
5 days a week.
It's
Yeah. And I had to
expensive.
do that. Yeah. I had to do that with my son as a single mum. So I didn't want the same for my daughter. It was just something
Yeah.
that not
And that's one
wanted.
of those things everyone sort of, you don't know what's going to be best for you until you're in the situation, and financially what you can do and what is better for your own mental state too, because some people really do prefer to go back, and childcare works for them, and then for others it's a lot of mum guilt and a lot of missing out, and that's almost harder than trying to function. So it's good that you found
Exactly.
what was right for you, and it's so good that you got help. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So like that was a bit of it worked out. Like it's manageable, and I'd done it before as well. Like with my son, that was 10 years ago. So I was used to bringing my child to work, and I've been blessed to be able to do that. But it was getting harder and harder. I was having staff issues, and then people weren't working there anymore, and they were either getting fired or they were resigning, and it just got to the stage where I was starting to have my son walk home from school, and I wouldn't get home until probably 5 o'clock. Like it's just not right. And
Yeah.
I was doing more and more work. My daughter was getting to the stage where it was just, it's going crazy. Like, and if I've got customers coming into the store, it's too hard.
You're trying
Anyway,
to be
COVID,
professional, and
yeah,
you're trying to do too much, and then you can't do
yeah,
anything right, because and then
yeah,
we put more pressure on ourselves, because
exactly.
I've got to get my shit together. I've got to look professional for my customer. I've got to be a good mom. I'm not giving the
Yeah,
attention to your daughter, and then obviously you would have felt guilty having to make your son, get public transport
yeah,
or the school bus before he was ready, or before you were ready to let go of.
yeah. Well, that's right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we only live a couple of blocks from school, so he was just walking home, and we've got
Yeah,
plenty of neighbours and what have you. He was walking home with them, but yeah, it's just beside the point. Like I wasn't there for him,
yeah,
and it just wasn't fair, and it was getting to me because I was trying to please this person, like my boss, and do the right thing,
yeah.
but I was sort of secretly, starting to have disrespect my job, like, well, not disrespect it, but my passion for it was diminishing.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I didn't have time to work on my business, my own little business.
Yeah.
And it just started off as a blog, and it was to help mums with postnatal depression, anxiety, and try and help mums make their lives a bit easier.
Yeah.
And yeah, so when COVID hit earlier this year, I took the opportunity to go, right, I'm obviously not going to go back to work for a while. So I'm going to put every possible effort into building my business.
Yeah.
And I sat down and I'm like, where do I go from here? What am I doing? I had no idea.
Yeah, it's that scary, like, I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes to me, but it's scary. It's unknown waters.
Exactly. Yeah. So I ended up it was just by accident, actually. I reached out to a woman that I was following on Instagram, and after jumping on a phone call with her, within an hour I'd signed up to a business coaching course. Didn't even know I needed it, but I can tell you it's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I've changed and shifted and transformed, and I'm still going. Like it's amazing what has just come out of this Coach to Success course. I'm over the moon with excitement, and my business has now grown exponentially. They gave me different opportunities. Well, you know what? They put them out there, but I grabbed the opportunities and went further with them. So I now I've got an online website, so an online store, and I was starting off just doing affiliate marketing. So products that I could recommend to customers, and I just didn't quite feel aligned with it though. It's not the same as having your own products. So I started buying in my own products, and I found these workbooks and journals that help with positive mindset, changing your mood, being grateful, like showing gratitude, and really changing the way that you think.
Yes.
And there was a few little kids affirmation cards and things, children's books as well. And I'm sort of like, okay, well, this is something that I'm really passionate about, and I feel I can help people. So I've introduced now a children's range of the Big Life journals, which are awesome. They're truly awesome.
And because anxiety right now with children and with everything that's been going on, not only mothers affected, but there's a lot of issues with kids, and it's obviously a hard point for a lot of parents to try and deal with. So any tools that can help them help their kids is really great.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey.
It's gonna keep her occupied for a second.
No, that's totally fine. Hey, mum life comes first, okay?
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah. I just got my phone. She's off now.
Oh, she's done. She got what she needed. She's very resourceful.
She did, yeah. Super smart. She's 20 months.
She's like, I know what I can get from you while you're busy.
Oh yes, exactly. So but just getting back to the business. So I've got a lot of positive mindset journals and workbooks for children, and it gives them ideas they can read them, they can write in them, they can create, design and answer questions. There's positive affirmations right through the journals. And it just helps them be creative and gets them thinking and changes their mind shift. With COVID, like so many children and adults alone have struggled immensely, especially with mental health.
Yes.
And that's one of my biggest passions. So what I've done now, I've actually increased my range, and I've sort of come aligned with nurturing your body on the inside out.
Yes.
So I have become a Juice Plus supplier. So we do the whole food plants. They're all plant-based capsules. So all fruits, veggies, berries, and omegas, and that's it. There's no added nasties. It's just all plant-derived.
That a lot of people, don't get into their system.
That's right. Yeah, and the reason I'm passionate about that is because I take them myself, and the difference that I've seen with my energy levels, my immune system, hair, skin, and nails, it's been phenomenal. So if I'm going to take something, of course I'm going to recommend it. And I can see the difference in myself. So yeah, it's really great. So I'm privy with that, and I'm also introducing a skincare range, so a natural skincare range. So I haven't
You
launched
go,
that
mama.
just yet. Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but it's
you're
like this
killing it.
cute little package, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's just amazing. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I
So
didn't know about the skincare range. So what kind of
no, it's
stuff,
just new. Yeah,
when will that sort of happen? Is that going to be
that will
available on your website
happen.
as well?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
I'm just in the process of getting everything up on the website.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's a natural range. It's for mums and bubs, basically. There's
Beautiful.
so there's facial scrubs, there's like face masks, there's moisturizing cream, there's hand cream, there's mozzie balm, there's
Oh gosh,
oatmeal wash.
I need some of that. Oh,
Yeah,
my kids
yeah,
are forever. When a kid gets bitten by a mozzie, it is 10 times worse than
yeah,
you're like, it's just a mozzie, just don't touch it. And then you say, don't
yeah.
touch it. It's like,
I know, and I'm one of those people as well.
yeah, are you still like that? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they love my blood. They absolutely just love
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah. So the mozzie balm, it's all natural. And when you put it on, it actually takes the sting out of it and
Yeah.
helps heal it up a lot quicker. So
Okay.
yeah. And these are all just natural. So I've got like a baby bum balm and
Oh,
yeah, there's
beautiful.
just
Because nappy rash.
watermelon. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah.
have a good
So
one.
there's
And
just
natural product too,
yeah.
that we don't feel
Yep.
guilty about putting any toxic stuff on our kids. So that works.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. So
great.
it's all really exciting. Like there's just lots going on.
You're really
And
catering to, their mindset, their
yeah.
kids, and also a lot of cool products that they're going to find very useful, and a lot of mums trying to find. So it's like a one stop spot, is that how you say it? Yeah.
It's all about self-care
Yeah.
and nurturing yourself, and that's basically what it is, because so many mums forget about themselves, and you know what, you can't fill from an empty cup. So
Exactly.
the more that you look after yourself and take a little bit of time out for yourself, then the better mum you are, the better partner you are. Yeah, it just everything falls sort of in through that line.
Yeah. And you would, and especially from your own experience, you could see when you were like, not feeling good about yourself and really struggling, that you couldn't do anything right. So it's
Exactly.
if we can try and help people before they get to that point, and they see that they need to really focus and fill their cup first before it gets there, then I think that would be really great.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's phenomenal. So I absolutely love what I'm doing. And I made the decision to resign from my job before COVID ended. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just going all in. So I'm loving it.
So
I've started yeah. I've actually teamed up with one of my good friends, and we've actually created another little avenue. So I just keep stretching myself.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm busy, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
You building momentum. It's
yeah.
You're manifesting
So
these things, and these things are just what do they say? Manifest, and the abundance is all coming your way.
It is. Yeah, I feel just so abundant and everything. So it's just amazing. And yeah, so we created Get Nurtured, and so it's just at this moment it's just a Facebook group for women basically, and we did our first market stall on the weekend with all of our products. We blended them together, and yeah, she does crystals, and the markets just went off. Like, just the energy behind it was just beautiful, and loved every minute of it. So
see, I think a lot of people will see your passion, Jayde, and I'm sure that your friend will probably exude the same amount of positivity that you have.
Yeah, exactly.
You just get everyone gravitating towards you, and it's awesome. You're just starting that conversation, and you're putting yourself out there, and it's so good.
Yeah, and I've got another exciting venture coming up. So yes. It just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Once you say and you commit to saying yes, then
and then
the momentum just comes. So I'm actually launching a new program. I'm launching a 5-week program called the Mummas Corner. And what it is, it's going to be just shining a light on the things they don't tell you that happens after you've had a child. And it's just providing value and just ways and means of just different things. Like, if you can imagine, just a few topics I'll be speaking about. like a separated stomach after you've had a child. I'm actually dealing with that myself. Bladder intolerance, like you can't sneeze or cough without,
nothing's
you know what I mean?
When you need to go.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. So it's just all those little things, but I want it to be fun and have loads of value.
A lot of like the education's there, but you're saying it how it is. You're not trying to make motherhood is awesome. I'm not saying that, but there's a lot of hard shit that happens and a lot of stuff to get your head around. So to show the reality of it and be helpful in that way is I think you'll find people need that.
Yeah, that's right. And you know what? It's not just for new mums that haven't had babies before. It can be for mums that have had 5 children. Like every birth and pregnancy is different. Every child is different. And you can have, a mum that's had 4 children and had perfect pregnancies, like no, very little problems. And then the last one, she could go into a massive state of severe postnatal depression.
Yeah.
Like there's so many different things that can happen. And
because your hormones, the situation that's happening in your life at that time, your other relationships going on. It's definitely, look, I only have 2 kids, and the difference between one was a better sleeper, one wasn't, then you're dealing with that, and then you're dealing with fussy eaters, or or what's happening with yourself, or every kid is so different, their personalities are so different, discipline is different from one child to the other. Things that you think, oh, that worked, and they just listened and it was all hunky-dory, and then that doesn't work anymore.
I know, right? Yeah. I've got a 10-year-old son as well. Yeah.
Right? And it's so testing. And then you get used to something, and then it changes on you, and you're constantly, I was always like, we're the Google parents. We're trying to what are they doing now? Researching. So
exactly right. Yeah.
Just to go to someone to have that kind of advice that sounds really awesome.
Yeah, I'm so excited about it all. It feels like it's in a line with everything that I'm about. And I can bring in the postnatal depression. I can bring in the breakdown of relationships. And like you say, it's not a negative thing, like, okay, this is going to happen. It's just making people aware of what can actually happen.
Yeah. And then they have somewhere to go if they are feeling that way, because you need to find
that's right.
And that's the thing. It's you don't want to go downward spiraling because there's nowhere to go, or you don't and support for different people. Sometimes you can't go to your parents, to your mum, or to a friend, especially because you feel a lot of judgment. It's any way that they can get that support is great.
Yeah. And motherhood can be a very lonely journey, especially even if you've got everyone around you, it can still be extremely lonely. There's sleep deprivation that you don't ever get to catch up on. Right. And
still suffering.
Yeah. Yes. I don't think it ever gets easier, but no, it does. There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, that's the thing. But it's also it's so awesome, but at the same time, yes, there's a lot more behind the scenes that mums don't share so much. And it's so good that you're sharing your story. And if you just say that story to one other person, and they get, oh, okay, well, what I'm feeling is normal. Like other people do feel like that too, just to get that a bit of relief, and then they can get help. Because if you feel like everyone's perfect and got their shit together, and then you don't, then you feel more crap about yourself. So
exactly, that is so true. Yeah. And my biggest passion is to let people know that they're not alone.
Yeah.
And that's basically just what sums up my business. You're not alone, you're never alone.
Yeah. And so then obviously everything that sort of falls under that umbrella, and helping mums and helping and the self-care side of it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Love it.
So good. I'm so excited for you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm pumped about everything. It's just awesome. Yeah.
So the best
Loving
part,
it.
so everyone should just go to Mumma By Your Side from, if they go direct to your website, and then they'll be able to see everything from there. That's
Yeah,
great.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is so good.
Yeah.
And that's,
Thank
oh,
you.
yay.
And how about you? Like, how's everything going with you? You've got
Yeah.
Mumma's Wear. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Mumma's Wear's going really good. Similar story to what you've got on, like, wanted to be my own boss. I studied marketing and was in the corporate sort of world before having kids, and then fell pregnant, went on mat leave for 1 year with my daughter, fell pregnant with my son. So, 15 months age gap between them. So I always say my version of twins. But realized as well, like how to be honest, before having kids, I was like, no, I'm corporate. I picked a career that I wanted to really, work hard and climb up the corporate ladder. And I probably didn't want to have kids. And then, I don't know, like life happened and I realized, no, I do want to have kids. And then when I did, I was like, oh, I don't want to go back to full time. But then I studied something and I didn't want my degree to go to waste and my experience and be out of the workforce for too long. But I realized I didn't want to do such long hours. And how was I going to do that and then still be there for my kids? And like, there's only so much time in a day, right? So we put more pressure on ourselves. And that's where Mumma's Wear came along. I was just, all in to stay at home mum life. My husband does shift work. So I was, a lot of the time, he would do long hours, start early in the morning, and I'd have the kids. So you sort of get that, single parent vibe because even though he was home, but he wasn't there all day. So it was me again, tackling two, and everybody else has their life and their commitments. And I love going to the beach, and I, thought that's my happy place. And I obviously want to share that, as when you like something, you share that with your kids, and my kids are little babies as well. So I would, take my bag to the beach, have one kid in my arms, the other one trying to like walk along, and would be like, try and safely cross the road. And lucky we live not far from the beach, but you would have to carry everything. And I'm the type of person, I do love to be prepared. I love to have everything but the kitchen sink with me when I pack for the kids. And because it was like my version of twins, like I couldn't leave the house without a spare clothes or snacks and everything. I needed to be organized, because if I wasn't, and I tried to be ballsy and leave the house and be like, oh, they'll be right with just a water bottle and my handbag and really compact small bag and nothing else. They did it to me every single time. It would be a poo explosion, or I needed like 10 outfits instead of just one. So I thought, well, I'm going to use my product development skills and my marketing skills, and I designed the duffel nappy bag. Because I thought, you know what, there's going to be so many other mums, especially mums to multiples or like twins, with young families that are trying to do that juggling and trying to be prepared, trying to be organized, trying to be present with their kids, and they need that Mary Poppins kind of bag. So it's a duffel nappy bag, but it is perfect. It's got 10 compartments, so you're super organized. Everything that you need has a spot, but you can also wear it as a backpack, crossbody, or by the carry handles. So functionality, it's really practical, but it's not just every day for mums of twins and stuff, but it's also that family leisure bag, the travel bag, when you're going on road trips, when you're going to the beach, outdoor sort of things like that, when you need to take a lot of stuff and you want to carry one bag and not be like crazy bag lady walking down to the beach with 5 bags and reptiles like this. So that's sort of how it happened. And then I've I'm all about making mums and parents feel good about their parenting journey, a lot aligned with what you're trying to do as well with your business. And I've recently just came across Intimo and thought, sometimes, mums don't spend time on themselves, and especially when it comes to getting the right fitting bra and you're running around after the kids. And after pregnancy, my boobs changed massively with hormones and breastfeeding, and we don't take the time for ourselves. And there's nothing like a personal fitting, like you would have known from yourself.
I know. Yeah, I loved it.
And just, I love connecting with people and offering that service, the comfort of their own home, and when you're wearing the right undergarments, you feel good about yourself, you feel comfortable, you're not putting the pressure that, your body's changed. You can learn to accept the changes without feeling insecure. And just feeling good about yourself. So I'm all about making mums feel good about themselves, from whether they're leaving the house with their kids or about their body and how they feel. So
I love that. Totally love that.
It's so good. So I'm enjoying it. But yeah, so I've done the ballsy thing as well, and just all guns blazing. Trying to be a mum boss, as you do.
That's it, isn't it? Yeah. But how good is it? Like the biggest thing I'm basically living my dream now. So you know what? Yeah. I've got a big house, but you know what? We don't own it, and that's just our choice. But I am at home with my kids. I'm at home when my son comes home from school. I'm watching my daughter grow up, and I'm living life on my terms. That's more than I can possibly, I can't ask for anything else. And
I think that's the biggest thing. You've got to work out what's important to your family and what you need, and for you to be happy and whole. And it's so good that you have taken the chance on yourself to create a business that is, works around you and not you working, because we don't want to work to live. We want to, live to work to live. We don't want to live to work, we want to work to live. So there's no point in bringing all this extra cash or, working like a dog for somebody else sometimes if you are missing out on so much of yourself for your family.
Yeah. If you're working a full-time job and then you're, coming home to the kids and you end up burning yourself out. Like, there's only so many mums do it.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, everybody's different. Everyone's got their own journey and, their own whatever they want to do. But yeah, I know what I'm doing and I'm loving it. So that's all I'm passionate about.
Oh, and the passion is just, it's coming off the Zoom. I can just
radiating.
feel it. And that's the thing, like, oh my gosh, you're going to go places, Jayde. Like, I think people are just going to fall in love with what you're about, and they're going to see that it's so genuine, and they're just going to be like, well, I need to figure it out for me too. How do I figure it out for me? And
that's it.
Like, here it is,
Yeah.
The blueprint basically to figuring it out. So
exactly.
So
and and you know what? Sometimes it's just jumping on a call and just asking a few questions like, where are you at? What are you doing? What small changes can you make in your life to, better suit you? It's really simple. Like it doesn't have to be hard.
It's just having the balls to ask the question, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And just gaining clarity. The more clear you are, the more just everything. Yeah.
Because once you set the foundation, like, this is what's important to me, these are my values, then if you can assess, oh, well, that's not aligning with what's important to our family, so we're not going to do that. We've got to stick to a different path. But if you haven't done that little bit of work first to know what you want, then
exactly. And that's where you can get unstuck. That's exactly where you can get unstuck.
You just get stuck in a rut, and then everything's hard, and then your mental state is going to not be great because you don't know how to pull yourself out of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So tell me, where can my followers, like, buy your lovely bag. Like, I honestly, that is probably like gold to me, because I'm a person who can't stand a handbag, right? But yeah, if we go to the beach or to the river or anything, I do literally have to take 10 bags with me.
Yeah.
And the towels, like, we're a family of 4. There's
Yeah.
4
Where do you put it?
towels. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't have a bag big enough for that, let alone the nappies and the bottles and, you know, everything else, snacks and
the snacks, and like I've made the snack compartment so that
yeah.
you can have the lunch boxes
Yeah.
flat, because I don't know, one too many tantrums later when you've carried the bag and then you've gone, oh yeah, all your stuff just spilled, and yeah, your 2-year-old's not going to understand that.
Yeah.
And
I
then
know, right?
So
Yeah.
But yeah, so the duffel all-in-one nappy bag you can buy from online from my store, so www.mummaswear.com.au. so I'll put that in the link, the link in the caption of the YouTube channel, and for your followers, because I want to help them out too, so I'll give them a 10% off promo code. So if they at the checkout use Mumma By Your Side 10, they can get 10% off at the checkout.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if any of the mums are wanting to be super organized when they're out and about and just have their shit together.
It's so true though, isn't it? Yeah,
you know, it's all about being practical. Like, I didn't want a gift sort of thing, and I didn't want to have like a whole range of everything. It's hard to have a whole range as well, because being a small business.
Exactly.
So I wanted to have that one product that is multi-purpose and is just going to, you know, the one thing that you need for everything. So outdoor adventures to every day to whatever you want, however you want to pack it.
You know what an amazing like gift, even for new mums, as a hospital bag, like going to the hospital when you're having your baby, you've got all of that with you as well.
Exactly. And so it's right from pregnancy, really. That's how and because you do need to take so much stuff to the hospital, and you don't really know what you're going to need until you're there. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's not like, go and drop me your stuff. So just have it all organized. Totally great as the weekend bag, road trips, camping, you know, the sleepover bag, going to grandparents' place. So many options.
Yeah. I love just how it's big, and it's not big and bulky, like it's not something that you actually have to lug around. You can wear it as a bag or on your back, and it's just so functional. And that's the thing, about compartments.
Yes. And you know what? Once the storage is there, you will use it. Oh, there's nothing like trying to find something in the bottom of your bag and then you're sitting down, you know, near the car and you're pulling everything out trying to find your car.
Drives me crazy.
Or you know, there's a nappy poo explosion, and you know, where's the spare clothes? And then you're trying to grab your daughter's clothes, but you need your son's clothes, and everything's everywhere. So everything's like, this is where you're going to put your son's clothes. This is where you're going to put your daughter's clothes. And just trying to make
organization
easy and organized. Exactly.
Yeah.
And we always need to be hands-free. So that's where the backpack is a must, because you know, we need like 8 hands. How many arms do we need as moms?
Exactly. We're not octopuses, are we?
I know, right? So you're getting there more with being an octopus when you have the duffel.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, love it. Yeah. Such a beautiful creation. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jayde. I'm so glad that you love it. And so it's been so lovely chatting with you, and hopefully we can help a lot of mums together.
Exactly.
With our businesses. And I'm so happy for you, and I cannot wait to, you know, see your website grow and all your offerings, and you're doing it all.
Thank you. And you as well. Yeah, just love it.
Thank you. Well,
Thank you so much.
So I'll be in touch. Thanks so much, Jayde.
No worries. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.